Come, let us explore how, when it comes to depression and anxiety, meditation is not a panacea. Meditation is great. Meditation is lovely. Meditation can calm some anxiety. Meditation can calm some aggression. Meditation can help us to better process the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, be they external or internal, physical or mental, pleasurable or painful, interesting or boring, glorious or grotesque. But please remember that neither anxiety nor depression are spiritual disorders. They're not even emotional disorders. They're physiological disorders with emotional symptoms. And although spiritual practices are a wonderful adjunct, they are terrible for primary care. If you don't have a psychiatrist who absolutely specializes, who has taken your symptoms and people who also have your symptoms as the cornerstone of their practice, then find someone who does. If you have difficulty finding someone, use this free service, pcrm.org, find a doctor. You will find people MDs, who have made lifestyle health the focus of their continuing education, which has shown to lend promising results to challenges such as chronic anxiety and depression. But let's face it, we live in a world where things don't necessarily move as quick as thought. And even if you call today, you might not be able to book an appointment until a day or two, and then that appointment might not be for a month or two. So in the interim, yes, there are things we can do to manage our challenges. But it's just that. It's not a substitute. Let's move forward. So let's start with lifestyle. Do what you can to practice sleep hygiene. Get enough food, sunshine, fresh air, exercise. Do things that spark dopamine and serotonin for you. Spend time with people who you feel are good for your mental health. In person is best. If you can't do in person, then a Zoom or a FaceTime. These things are important. They are inconvenient, but they are important. Suicide is a real thing. People who are neurodivergent have a 600% greater likelihood of committing suicide. So seek help. Be ruthless in your pursuit of help. Walking meditation is a crucial activity. You can start for as little as 5 minutes or 10 minutes a pop. Briskly walk around your block. During the inhalation, silently and mentally recite noticing. During your exhalation, silently and mentally recite releasing. Now, if you want, if you feel that that's too many syllables for you to manage, during your inhalation, you can silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this, and during your exhalation, you can silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb free. So let's explore what's going on when we do this. Every time we silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this or the verb noticing during our inhalation, our sympathetic nervous system is helping us to vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly notice mind's antics, such as perception, seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting, smelling, and the like, including emotion, intention, cognition, recollection, and imagination. This is also known as mindfulness. Every time we silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb free or the three-syllable verb releasing during our exhalation, our parasympathetic nervous system is helping us to physically relax and mentally release whatever we notice during our inhalation. Does that mean that what we noticed goes away? No. But it does mean that we get better and better at coping with it. That fleetingly what we notice could feel less tantalizing, less defining, and even less permanent. Once again, this is not a panacea, but it can help manage our symptoms. Nothing happens in a vacuum. There's never just one cause. There are often multiple causes. Beware of those who will blithely dismiss your challenges or find a convenient scapegoat. The equation is far more complex than the foolish can conceive. You're not depressed because of social media. You're not depressed because of the behavior of a classmate in first grade. There is a wonderful story told by Cher when she was on the set of The Witches of Eastwick. She was feeling great anxiety, and she confided in Jack Nicholson, who explained to her that what she was experiencing was free-floating anxiety. So in other words, searching for the cause, no less one cause, is folly. The cutting edge of psychotherapy seeks not to, quote-unquote, heal our emotions, but to learn how to accept them. And that is the strong point of healthy and effective mindfulness and meditation. They help us to experience our emotions safely. It helps us to process them quicker, but they are not a panacea. This concludes the opening lesson of this early morning's live stream. It is Obi-Wan Kenobi Wednesday morning. Come, let us meditate like a Jedi after 30 seconds of housekeeping. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For more than 30 years, I've spent about 8 hours a day, almost every day, studying, practicing, mastering, and reverse engineering the teachings and techniques of each school of meditation so that you would not have to. Welcome, my friends, to meditate like a Jedi. Which is made possible due, wrong button, which is made possible due to the generosity of viewers just like you. Please chant with me. Now, actually, before we move forward, this is what I was looking for. Here we go. Let's say copy. And let's go all the way back and hit paste. Let's touch the tip of our left index finger to its thumb, and then rest our left hand upon our left thigh. Together. In our compassion may we long to free all beings, choices, utterance, and deeds from being dominated by the survival impulses of hating, craving, and clinging, metaphorically known as the three mental poisons. In our pragmatism may our liberation of all others be fueled by our reliance on the Buddhas. Example, instructions, and students described by the metaphor of the three wish-fulfilling jewels. And I think it could be quite fun if together as a team we recited the synopsis of these last 4 pages while performing a version of Buddha bowing. Once again, this is optional. Welcome to the first 6th of mindful crease counting meditation. I'm wondering if it would be better if instead I just did this. 1 over. Let's try that. Let's begin by reviewing Bengali crease counting. Over the span of 12 inhalations, we could advance our right thumb in the following manner, beginning with our little finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Multiply this by 4, and you've got 48 inhalations. We could keep track of the 4 sets on our left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 12 inhalations each. We're going to begin let's begin by resting the great knuckle at the base of our right index finger upon the tip of our left index finger, palms up in our lap. Doing so could gently invite the real or imagined subtle energies to coalesce at the crown region of our head. So now a bit of review. Every time we silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during our inhalation, we are wired to Vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly notice mind's antics. Every time we silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb free during our exhalation, we are wired. We are wired to physically relax and mentally release whatever it is that we noticed during our previous inhalation. Let's practice together right now. Welcome to Mahayoga's Wisdom Warm-Up of Impermanence and Interdependence. Please chant with me. Rather than indulge our controlling tendencies with our follies of active visualization, emotion, magic, and belief, we could just recite these wise words in harmony with our breathing and allow our subconscious to do the heavy lifting. Let us therefore sidestep the rigidity that confuses metaphors for statements literal, and relax into the flexibility that saves us the chance explaining metaphors or similes. Let's rest the tip of our left index finger upon the tip of our left thumb, and then rest our left hand upon our left thigh. All circumstances our thoughts could be as impermanent and interdependent, as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this body or form. So all these words are now going to coalesce into a 6-syllable summary that we divide between our inhalation and our exhalation. Let's rest the tip of our left ring finger upon the tip of our left thumb, and then rest our left hand upon our left thigh. All bodies or forms could be as impermanent and interdependent, as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this communication or speech. Let's touch the tip of our left forefingers to their palm. And then rest this left hand upon its left thigh. All interpersonal communication or speech could be as impermanent and interdependent, as if it could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this mind. Let's rest the tip of our left middle finger upon the tip of our left thumb, and then rest our left hand upon our left thigh. All minds could be as impermanent and interdependent, as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into our vast empty void, like the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which, although tantalizing to the eye, could be not graspable to the hand. So this is an editing opportunity. Please bear with me. Okay. All minds could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into a vast empty void, like the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which, although tantalizing to the eye, could be non-graspable to the hand. Welcome to the second sixth of Mindful Crease Counting Meditation. Let's rest the great knuckle at the base of our right middle finger upon the tip of our left middle finger, palms up in our lap. Doing so could gently invite our real or imagined subtle energies to coalesce in the heart region of our chest. Allow me to remind you that each time we silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during our inhalation, we are wired to vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly notice mind's antics. That's called mindfulness, or sati. Each time we silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb free during our exhalation, we are wired to physically relax and mentally release whatever it is that we noticed during our previous inhalation. This is called a meditation or samadhi. Let us practice together right now. We turn now to Mahayoga's mantra-oriented loving-kindness. Let's continue with an explanation of the Benza Guru Mantra. I invoke teachers whom action or meditation in whom view that the Benza Tantra Guru teaches Pema enlightenment and city abilities whom may be mastered by all. Again, let us rest the tip of our left middle finger upon its thumb and then rest our left hand upon its thigh. May each mind of each being now be as peacefully enlightened as the mind of a real or imagined Buddha symbolized by a tikle one cerebral seed or bija mantra. Om Mahum Benzo Guru Mima Siri Hung 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 Om Mahum Benzo Guru Mima Siri Hung. Welcome to the third of 6 mindful crease counting meditations this morning. Let's rest the great knuckle at the base of our right middle finger upon the tip of our left middle finger, palms up in our lap. Doing so could gently invite our real or imagined subtle energies to coalesce at the heart region of our chest. Every time we silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during our inhalation, we are wired to vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly notice mind's antics. This is known as mindfulness. Each time we silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb free during our exhalation, we are wired to physically relax and mentally release whatever it is that we noticed during our previous inhalation. This is known as meditation. Together, let us practice right now. Let us rest the tip of each of our forefingers upon our palm, and then rest this hand upon our left thigh. May all relationships, communication, or speech of all beings now be as joyfully loving as a real Ramanujan Buddha's speech, symbolized by a multisyllabic mantra. So we're going to take all these words all these words, and now silently and mentally recite their summary, their 6-syllable summary, and divide this recitation between our inhalation and our exhalation. During our inhalation, we can silently and mentally recite all 6 syllables of the summary. During our exhalation, we can physically relax as best we can while striving to chant this 12-syllable mantra 4 times per breath. Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Masiri Hung 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 Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Masiri Hung. Welcome to the 4th, 6th of mindful crease counting meditation. Let us rest all 4 knuckles of our right hand upon the tips of our left hand, palms up in our lap. Doing so could gently invite our real or imagined subtle energies to coalesce at the region of our throat that feels like it tightens up just before we cry. Each time we silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during our inhalation, we are wired to vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly notice mind's antics. This is called mindfulness. Each time we silently and mentally recite the 1-syllable verb free during our exhalation, we are likewise wired to physically relax and mentally release whatever it is that we noticed during our previous inhalation. This is called meditation. Together, let us practice right now. One moment, Control G71. Now we'll have to adjust the display. Let's rest the tip of our left little finger upon the tip of our left thumb, and then rest our left hand upon its thigh. Please chant with me. May all bodies or forms of all beings now enjoy the beautiful health represented by Buddha's statuary, depicting the blissful body of a real or imagined yidam, an archetype of enlightenment such as Kuntu Zog. Let's try this again. May all bodies or forms of all beings now enjoy the beautiful health represented by Buddha's statuary, depicting the blissful body of a real or imagined yidam, an archetype of enlightenment such as Kuntu Zangpo Yalvyam. Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Masiri Hung 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 Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Masiri Hung. Let us rest the great knuckle at the base of our right little finger upon the tip of our left little finger, palms up in our lap. Oh, goodness. Oh, excuse me. Doing so could gently invite the real or imagined subtle energies to coalesce in the bladder region of our lower abdomen. Let's rest the tip of our left index finger upon the tip of its thumb and rest our left hand upon its thigh. Let us lovingly wish that all beings be liberated from the tyranny of others. Sexism, racism, homophobia, transphobia, Islamophobia, classism, exploitation. Fascism, jingoism, genocide, speciesism, and ecocide. May each circumstance or lot of each being now have the safety and good fortune or boon, as a Buddha's real or imagined, paradise, pure land of Vanti. Om Mahum Benzoguru Mimaziri Hung 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 Om Mahum Benzoguru Mimaziri Hung. We now come to the 6th of 6 mindful crease counting meditations. Let us rest the great knuckle at the base of our right index finger upon the tip of our left index finger, palms up in our lap. Doing so could gently invite our real or imagined subtle energies to coalesce at the crown of our head. Every time we silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during our inhalation, we are wired to vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly notice mind's antics. This is called mindfulness, or sati. Each time we silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb free during our exhalation, we are wired to physically relax and mentally release whatever we notice during our previous inhalation. And this is called meditation, or samadhi. Let us practice together right now. You've taken your first step into a much larger world. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. In approximately 10 3/4 hours, I would very much like to return to lead today's evening meditation class and group practice. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.